So let's talk about how to tackle the compensation plan tonight. So if you're brand new, let me show you the one place you want to make sure you go to make these numbers come true. So our website is howtoshiftyourincome.com. Now, when you go to howtoshiftyourincome.com, you're going to click on members. I'm pulling it up here now so you guys can see it. When you go to howtoshiftyourincome.com and click on members, I want everybody to go to if you're brand new, I want you to go take a look. This is what I'm training on tonight. I want you to go take a look at this chart. Anything that you need financially is on this chart. The question is whether or not you're going to do the work necessary to make these numbers a reality, right? So if you're brand new, your sponsor should have shown you this by now. If you got sponsored within like the past week. Now, if you got sponsored within like today, this is what they're going to get with you on. If you're new, when you go to howtoshiftyourincome.com and click on members, everything you need step by step is in our member section. Now, believe it or not, everything you need to get started is in the welcome text that we send you, right? We send you what's called an accountability worksheet. Let me show you what that looks like. Here's your accountability tracker. See? So in your people say, Brian, I sponsored somebody. What do I do? What do you mean what you do? Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Here's the checklist on what you need to do. You need to join our extra digit community. You need to sign up for Equity Max and the services. You need to complete your quick start training video. You need to schedule your first profit party or Zoom. You need to start your 3-way text threads and learn how to peak interest. That's all week 1. People say, Brian, what do you do? It's in the welcome text. Week 2, start your Money Max upgrade, right? Now, this is different now because you got an 800 number you can call. But within your second week, you need to call our tax hotline. Register for TaxBot. It's all included now. Host your first Zoom. Sponsor 1 to 3 QFDs. Fill out your roadmap. Complete your training known as the Escape Artist. So now you can learn the mentality. This training, by the way, is up here in the community, right? Complete your adjustment versus refund worksheet. See, these are things that your organization is doing during their weekly trainings to get you abreast on how to grow your business. So when you're brand new, this is the checklist that you just want to go straight down. And guess what? It's in the welcome text that we send you. So I always like to keep things really, really simple. The person that introduced you, if they didn't give you a welcome text, then here's what I want you to do. Brian, I didn't get a welcome text. So don't worry. That person that sponsored you is just not on top of their game. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go get it for you. Go to text threads. And then these are the text threads that you can use when a person joins the business. To get a person to join the business. This is also the text thread that you use to welcome people to the business. See, here's the welcome text right here. So part of you getting duplication in your organizations is making sure that everybody is introduced the right way. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, right? Let's get people introduced to the business the right way, and let's get them off to a great start. Let's get people introduced to the business the right way, and then let's get them off to a great start. So everything you need is on howtoshiftyourincome.com/members. Everything. So if you're new and you didn't get this welcome, see, step 1, join the community. Step 2, complete this checklist. Step 3, copy and paste these text threads. Now, this is very, very important that everybody get this. I want you to put this in your notes. This is your business. It's not my business. It's not your sponsor's business. It's your business. Our job as leaders is to provide you with a system that you can work in. We're going to show you tonight the do's and don'ts of making these numbers that I showed you earlier. I didn't forget. Under members, we're going to show you the do's and don'ts to make these numbers a reality for you. We're going to show you what to say, what not to say. Our job is to protect you from yourself and protect you from the things that you think you need to understand that you really don't need to understand. Our job is to protect you from the old you popping back up when the new you deserves this $500,000 a year over the next 5 years. You see? So let me just come off mute for a second. Let me bring you guys off mute. If I can show you tonight how to start earning $100,000 a year extra, and you did that for 5 years, and that's $500,000 in your account, who would take it? Let me get a yay or a yay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Definitely will.
Yes.
Saturday,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody says, yes, I would take that. Okay, so the journey to $500,000 starts $5 at a time, $20 at a time. What trips most people up is their unrealistic expectations about how wealth is actually created. See? So my first year in this business, I made right at $300,000 and some change, right? My first year in the business. So in 1 year in the business, I made more than $250,000, right? $300,000 and some change. Now, people say, well, wait a minute, Brian, it's way more than $100,000. Yeah, but I started with $5 a day, $20 a day. It's just that I didn't play around with it and I did something every single day. What a lot of you guys that are brand new are doing is you're not going to make $500,000, right? Even if it's over the course of 5 years, and you don't have to make $300,000 in 1 year, but you're not going to make $500,000, $100,000 a year. That's over $8,000 a month doing the business every other day. It's not going to happen. You got to hit these numbers. And this is my theme for the quarter. Be intentional. Write that down. You got to hit these numbers, but you got to be intentional about what I'm about to show you. You got to be intentional. The business is not going to come to you. A superstar is not going to come to you. A excited person is not going to come to you. $1,000 a day is not going to come to you. $500 a day is not going to come to you. You have to be intentional. Success doesn't happen by mistake. It's intentional. Business doesn't grow haphazardly. It's intentional. So the reason a lot of you guys that are brand new are not going to hit these milestones is because you're not being intentional. You want to do the business your way, and I'm trying to save you from that tonight. So I always do my trainings a little different, so it's not mundane and it's not the same old stuff. So you want to say he's doing the same thing. Hashtag be intentional. That's our that's our campaign for the quarter. Now I want you to see this. $5 a day is our short-term goal because new people, the first thing we want to do is get your business paid for. We want your business to be paid for. So if we can get $5 a day coming in, and that's $150 a month coming in, and your business is only $119, then the odds of you quitting the business or giving up on yourself are slim to none because you're making enough money to cover your only expense. Number one. The second goal, short term, within your first month minimum, is $20 a day. That's $600 a month. So I want to focus on what it's going to take to get you levels 1 and 2 within your first 30 days in the business. Levels 1 and 2 within your first 30 days in the business. Now, level 2 is 3 qualified financial directors in each leg. Okay, so you need a leg with 3 individuals under it. You need another leg with 3 individuals under it. And you need a third leg with 3 individuals under it. It sounds like that's 9, but that's really 12. Okay, because you had to get a person who helped them get 3. You got a person who helped them get 3. You got a person to help them get 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, yes. But exponentially, you can't forget about the 3 people that they're under, right? So we call that, you'll hear that in our business, 12 equals 600. Write that down. 12 equals 600. Now, the new teams that I'm working with, the new legs that I'm producing, all they know is this right here. They got to help some individuals get $5 a day, and then they got to help those individuals grow to $20 a day. If I get a whole bunch of people that are $5 a day and $20 a day, $5 a day, $150 a month, $20 a day, $600 a month, you're going to be successful. Now, Brian, how do you do that? Well, you do that by making sure your new people get good at loading these bases I'm about to show you. I'm not going to lecture tonight. You're going to teach me tonight because this is called drill for skill, right? I like to train people with tactical approaches, not conceptual approaches where I just tell you what to do and hope you go do it. I'm going to go live with you tonight and show you how we actually do load up the $5 a day and load up the $20 a day. And then we just got to scale it from there. So even if you're a senior director or area director or district or regional in the business, what you have to ask yourself is real simple. How many people do I actually have going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Everything you need is on howtoshiftyourincome.com under members. How many people do I actually have going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? If I have individuals visualizing their roadmap to 5 a day, visualizing their roadmap to 20 a day, visualizing the 600 a month becoming 3,000, visualizing the 3,000 a month becoming 30,000. This sheet of paper and the checklist together makes your new QFD unstoppable. Now, I'm going to tell you why most people won't give you this sheet of paper, because they're not doing it themselves. So they can't go over it with you. See, most people can't give you that roadmap if they're not doing it themselves. So new people, what you got to do is say to yourself, okay, wait a minute. Brian hit national director by visualizing it. Everything I visualize manifests. That's something you'll get great at over time. Everything you visualize manifests. So the first thing I have to do is say, wait a minute, what does it take for me to hit senior director? I need to help 3 people fill out this sheet of paper. What does it take for me to hit area director? I need to help 9 people fill out this sheet of paper. You see what I'm saying? What does it take for me to hit district director? I need 27 people to fill out this sheet of paper. The good news is I didn't have to do it on my own. They were working towards filling out the sheet of paper too. And their sponsor was working on filling out the sheet of paper too. And their sponsor was helping me fill out the sheet of paper too. So it's amazing what happens when you have multiple people trying to fill out limited slots. I want y'all to write that down, because what you got to get out of your mind is it's not one person trying to fill out multiple slots. It's multiple people trying to fill out limited slots. So put that in your notes. To think is to put it in ink. We need multiple people filling out limited slots. And the next thing you know, my group imploded. Boom, national director, because we were focused. Now I have 3 brand new legs on my front line. 3 brand new. One is an SD. The second one is an SD. The third one is an ED. 2 SDs and 1 ED on my front line. Now we going for the sheets. Hey, how'd y'all do today? Who got this one? Oh, Kim sponsored Bob. Bob sponsored Sue. Okay, when is Kim Zoom? See, what I do is I make sure that the calendar and the Zooms and the sheets work together. You need 3 things. You need a calendar full of Zoom. You need a calendar. You need some Zooms, and you need that roadmap I just showed you. You need that calendar with some Zooms and that roadmap I just showed you. If you don't have those 3 things, you're not working the business. Stop kidding yourself. Stop fooling yourself. Stop wondering why you're not on the race to 500K. Stop wondering why your team is not making $20 a day. You have to visualize it. You have to know that the most important person who joined the business is most important person in your business is the person who just joined. Put this in your notes. Stop training old heads. Stop training old heads. The person who just joined the business deserves all of your attention. Like, because I'm very transparent, some of my leaders haven't heard from me in a month. Because you should know the business by now. I got to get my new puppies who don't even know what the momentum bonus is. I got to get my new guys who don't even know what the matching bonus is. I got to get my new guys whose phone is going off. It's $20 a day. They need 30 a day now. I got to get my new guy who's at $5 a day to $20 a day. Some of my leaders haven't heard from me in 30 days. You know what to do. I'm getting my new crew to pass my old crew. Stop training old heads. If you're in the business in your district, area, senior, ED, you need to be spending all your time doing what I'm about to do with these new people on the Zoom tonight. That's it. That's it. So the new energy and the new prospects and the new QFDs on their journey to ED and the new prospects who have no idea what making wealth real is, and the new prospects who need their credit restored, need to talk to our tax experts, need their W-4 adjusted, need to know what a financial makeover is, need to know that they can invest in real estate, need to know that they can get their bills reduced. That's where you spend all your time. So if I'm you guys, I go where the new blood is. And if you got new blood on this Zoom, I spend all my time drilling them for skill. Here's how it looks. Okay, so brand new people. This is a very, very simple depiction that I did about 2 weeks ago of what the business looks like, right? Here's how your business looks. Now, this is the key to you getting to 5 a day and 20 a day and 50 a day and 100 a day. A lot of you guys think it's harder than this, and it's really not. It's just that you haven't given this enough time. All you want to do, brand new people, we're going to talk about the on deck circle. We're going to talk about first base, and we're going to talk about second base. That's all we're doing tonight. Because the system gets you to third base and back home. If you're brand new, you need to focus on these on deck circles. Take a screenshot. The on deck circle, right. The on deck circle left, getting them to first base, getting them to second base. That's all you need to worry about. Now, Brian, what do you mean? Well, let me take this off the screen for a second. Let me make sure you get this. Life yields to offensive-minded people, not defensive-minded people. Okay? Life yields to offensive-minded people, not defensive-minded people. So who makes the most money in the NFL, for example? The quarterback or the lineman, the defensive lineman? Now, don't get me wrong. You can always argue. Of course, there's a linebacker that makes a ton of money. There's a cornerback that makes a ton of money. I'm talking about in general, the contracts that you hear about are the offensive players, right? You hear about the quarterback. You hear about the pitcher. You hear about the wide receiver. You hear about the running back, because life is about offense. What a lot of people do is they work their business on defense. They're really waiting on somebody to ask them what they do for a living. That's not how it works. You have to launch your business. Like, I live in the South, right? I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, for those who've never heard of it, I don't know how, but you've heard of Chick-fil-A. When Chick-fil-A launches a new business, man, they got the cow. They got the whole campaign about eat more chicken. They got the cow dressed up, a man in a cow outfit going all up and down the street. Hey, Chick-fil-A just opened, right? When Walmart opens or any business, they put those lasers in the sky. When a car lot opens, they put that little silly man with air all in the balloon waving. Every business has a grand opening. Why haven't you had a grand opening? Why haven't you hosted a grand opening for your new QFD? New QFDs, when we get off the Zoom, you are to ask your upline to host your grand opening. Why haven't you had a grand opening for your business? Now, don't get me wrong. Some of you guys been in 2 or 3 days. That's why the checklist says host it within the first, schedule it within the first week, host it within the next week. So within 10 to 14 days, you've scheduled and hosted your grand opening. So if a car lot has the crazy balloon on the corner with the air blowing all in it, the Chick-fil-A has the cows going all up and down the street, Walmart got the lasers in the sky, you look up, you like, oh, it's a new Walmart or something going on down the street. That's how they $1 billion businesses. Now here you go joining Making Wealth Real and don't nobody know. How? How you in business and don't nobody know? Well, Brian, you got to understand, I got to believe in my business first before I can start talking about it. You're talking to the wrong one. Talking to the wrong one. Let me ask you a question. You ever took a job and before you got the job, did you talk to everybody on the job and ask everybody on the job if the manager was cool, if your boss was cool? Or when they hired you, were you just thankful and grateful? Right? You ever got a job and then you realize that the person that interviewed you, you like, this clown was not like this ass. Ooh, 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 ooh. Did you question? Did you know that person was a jerk when they hired you? Right? It's amazing how people get in business, boy. They start flipping the script. When I got my job out of college, I was just happy to get hired. I was like, I don't care what y'all got me doing. I got some student loans I got to pay off. Just, give me this little stinking $900 check and let's roll. So you don't know everything when you get your job, but you apply for it. You don't know everything week 1, but you're willing to learn. You don't know everything month 1, but you got a check within the first 2 weeks. See, don't get in business and start coming up with all the reasons why you can't be on the offensive. Then you're going to decide in your mind that it doesn't work and you're going to get on the defensive. Then next thing you know, you give up on your own finances. That's why I got to get new people to understand. Get up and running. Here's the easiest way to get up and running. Write this down. Ask questions. Ask questions. This is not an easy mental transition for you to make because you've been taught your whole life to give information away. Sell the company you in. Tell the prospect what it is. Tell the prospect that it's awesome. Tell the prospect. See, what you're doing is you're giving away your power by telling everybody everything instead of getting the power by asking everybody everything. See, I ask a lot of questions. The reason I ask a lot of questions is because it puts me on the offensive. See what? Let me bring this. I know I keep bringing it up, but I got to make sure you hear this. You think that asking questions puts you on the defensive. No, it's the opposite. What asking questions does, it puts you on the offensive because when you ask questions, you control the conversation. So where you from? Atlanta, Georgia. Oh man, what you do for a living? I'm an educator. Really? What grade level? I teach 3rd grade. Man, how long you been doing that? See, I'm in control. How long you been doing that? 10 years. Oh, you making a ton of money as a teacher. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Ding. I'm in control. I do it all the time. I do it all day, every day, right? Because I ask questions. I take control of the conversation. New people, don't you go out here and try to sell this business. Don't you go out here and try to convince your friends. Don't you go out here and try to explain this business. What you need to do is go out here and ask a couple of questions. People will fall right in your lap like putty. I know some of y'all are not going to do it because you think you got to go out here and explain everything. Brian, I got to know my stuff. I got to know my facts. I don't like for people. That's your old traditional programming, and that's going to keep you broke in this business. You ain't got to know nothing. You got to know. Let me tell you what you need to know. You need to know that this prospect needs what you have. That's all you need to know. This prospect needs what you have. So I'll give you guys a good example real quick. And then we'll do our drill for skill. I was at the gas station the other day. Saw this young guy on a dirt bike. He trying to crank it up, right? It just won't crank, it won't crank, it won't crank. He's at the gas station. Now I don't know nothing about dirt bikes, so I can't help him, and usually when you got a dirt bike, you know how to fix it. These young guys are really good. So I walked up to him. Fastly, we pulled up. I pulled up at the pump. I didn't even have to say nothing. Like about the business. We just talked. I was like, man, you ride? That's an obvious question. It's like, yeah. I'm like, man, it's an underground group of you guys around here that I saw at the gas station the other day. Man, it was about 50 of y'all. He like, yeah, I live around. He's like, I live around the corner by that gas station. Ding, we in the same area. I'm just talking. I'm like, man, the cops be messed. I'm like, can you ride? Like, you riding right now with no helmet? Question number 3. He's like, yeah, the cop. He's like, we can. You just got to be careful. We real professionals. I said, do the cops mess with y'all? Question number 4. He's like, yeah, but they really can't chase us. They're not really supposed to chase us. I was like, yeah, because that could lead to a serious accident. I said, man, be careful out here, man. I said, I think a lot of y'all just get a bad rap when you start riding down the highway. I said, why y'all be riding down the highway? Like popping wheelies and stuff. That's that. Question number 5. I'm just all in his world. Let me give y'all a note real quick. Care about people. Write down your notes. See, y'all too busy trying to sell. I really get into people's world. Care about people. Care about what they're saying. You'll be surprised. You'll make a new friend, right? I'm like, man, what killed me about y'all is when y'all get in front of me, popping wheelies, and I'm like, man, if you fall in front of me, it's over. He's like, man, we tell our guys to be careful. We professionals. Then he tried to show me how he do it. He's like, man, the most important thing you got is this clutch right here. When you put, I'm like, bro, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm about to be a billionaire. I ain't gonna be on no dirt bike. But you ain't gonna see me popping a wheelie in front of no cars. I'm 46. But he's like, man, now watch this. This when the conversation changed. He's like, man, we try to tell the kids, man, wheels up, guns down. That's what he said now. He said, we tell the kids, hold on. He said, we tell the kids, wheels up, guns down. Right then, who can tell me right then what that says about him? Come off mute. What kind of person?
He cares about the youth.
He cares about the youth.
He's the spring.
You have a spring.
Exactly. Right then, I said, man, me and you can create some synergy. I'm into vintage cars. We have a lot of rallies. You seem to be into the youth. Let's exchange numbers. Shoot me a text message. Let's see if we can collaborate. I'm big in the car world. You big in the dirt bike world. Let's collaborate. Now, for new people that like, what they got to do with MWR? Everything. Because what I just did is ask him about 25 questions about dirt bike riding. And now he's one of my prospects because I listened to him. I asked a bunch of questions. And now the next time I talk to him, I'm going to follow up. Hey, man, I'm the guy you met at the gas station. We talked about wheels up, guns down. I like your energy, man. What you do for a living? See, now I can go to the next level. Guys, put that in your notes. Care about people by listening. I can get 1 million numbers a day if I had time, because all I got to do is get you to talk about yourself. That's what y'all not doing. You're not getting prospects to talk about themselves. Look, I want y'all to understand this. I really want y'all to get this. When's the last time most Americans were just allowed to just talk about themselves without sounding arrogant? See, you were trained that if you talk about yourself a lot, it sounds selfish. It is. But I'm asking you to do it. That's a totally different thing. I want to know about the biker world. I want to know why the cops mess with y'all. I want to know why you ride with no helmet. I want to know why you popping wheelies in front of me. I want to know why you picking that bike up all the way. They call it the 6 o'clock boys. These boys can do a wheelie and their hand be on the ground behind them. I'm like, how do you do that? See, it's not arrogance if I'm asking you to feed me knowledge. That makes a person feel validated. He's like, man, don't nobody usually ask me all these questions. Man, don't nobody usually care. Most people are too busy talking about themselves. That's you. Make them work real this, make them work real that, make them work, and see what you're doing. You running that person away, new people. Call your friend and just ask them a question. Hey, you ever heard of a financial makeover? No. I just found a way where we can invest and make our money grow, invest a small amount and make our money grow. I'm gonna find out some more about it and I'm gonna call you back. Are you interested? See, that's 2 questions. What y'all trying to do is tell and show and explain, and you're not gonna be prepared for that, new people. You're not gonna be prepared for that because you don't have the experience yet. What you need to be doing is asking enough questions so the prospect will flip it and go, what you talking about? You know what? I'm gonna shoot you a quick text message or I'm gonna get you on a phone call with somebody that knows more than me because I'm asking questions. And when you guys get that, your business is gonna change. But let me tell you something. I'm being honest with y'all, man. That takes a lot of deprogramming because that's not what you've been taught over the years. You've been taught to know all your stuff. You've been taught to explain everything. You've been taught to answer all the questions. You've been taught to sell everything. You've been taught to be long-winded. No. Professionals, we've been taught to keep it short. We've been taught to ask a lot of questions. We've been taught to create synergy and alignment. We've been taught to listen and see if I even like this person. When he said wheels up, guns down, I was like, my man, give me a name. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if I even like you. That's what a lot of you guys miss. Let me come off mute real quick. Ask me anything you want, because I gotta get y'all to understand the art, and this is a carryover from Game Changer 2 weeks ago, the art of listening. New people, come off mute. Anybody got any questions? Because I'm about to show you how you advance that person to the next step. Anybody got any questions? That's called prospect.
I do.
Yeah,
okay, Deanna.
Hey, Deanna. Deanna, give your first and last name for me.
Deanna Stalin. I'm new.
Okay, no, that's good. We want to welcome you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I normally get my people, like the real estate one, I peek them off of these groups. How do I go about from going into that without like just doing the whole form? Because that's where I get confused. Because whenever I start asking them questions, they just kind of disappear.
Okay, now are you asking them questions over the phone? Or are you asking them questions in the inbox? How are you asking them?
In the inbox.
Okay, they disappear because everybody's inbox is inundated with junk. See, why they messaging you, they messaging 3 other people too. Why they messaging you, they on the timeline being nosy. Why they messaging you, they commenting on somebody's video. Why they messaging you? Because look, I do it. That's why I tell people all the time, you got to get out my inbox. Brian, I inbox you. Your inbox got pushed down 82 times since we've been on the phone, since we met. So you got to get out of their inbox. That's why you're losing them. Okay.
Okay.
Here's how you get out of the inbox. Text me. See, the minute you say text me, they now hit you. This is John Doe from the inbox. This is Jane Doe from Facebook. Now you can call them. Now they're not going to get lost if y'all start talking. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What you're doing is what a lot of people do. They're trying to build a business online. You can't build this business online. Online is great to get the person offline. It's a great tool. Facebook is a great tool. Instagram, great tool. YouTube, great tool. These are great tools. But you're trying to get them to do what you need them to do without talking to them.
Okay.
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 Right. This
Thank you.
Okay. And Ms. Stahl, I'm gonna give you a little more in a second, but I want to. That's the answer to your question. That's your problem, is losing them in the inbox. But I'm going to give you a solution. Okay. But I want you guys to write this down if you're brand new. You cannot build the business without opening your mouth. You can't. You can't. The text messages break the ice. The inbox breaks the ice. The meme breaks the ice. If you're not getting on the phone with them, you can forget it. Let me tell you guys why. What gets a person excited is your pitch, your tone, and your inflection. They can't hear that through the inbox. They can't hear that through a text. The text we use is to get them to see the information so they can hear our voice and how excited we are on the next step. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so questions on prospecting. See, now y'all starting to get it. You guys have seen me do this live. Like, I'll pick up my Bluetooth and let you guys hear me do calls. I'm prospecting 24/7. I'm asking you questions. That's why my posture is so high, because I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm trying to see if I even like you to begin with. Questions? Somebody else was trying to get in there with Ms. Stalin. Was that? I thought it was two of y'all. Nobody else?
I have a question.
Who's that?
Mika Stevenson.
Hi, Mika.
Hi.
M-E-K-A?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm new, and I was looking at the text threads, and I wanted to find out exactly who do we refer the person to after we do the text thread. Okay.
So typically that's going to be your sponsor if they're SD and above, or your SD and above in your organization. So the SDs and above typically take the text threads. Once you pique that person's interest, and since you're new, that's just to get your nervous jitters out, right?
Right.
You pique that person's interest, you're going to tie them into a text thread with your upline SD and above, and we take it from there. Now, it doesn't mean that we build your business from there. You have to get the text thread going, and we introduce them to the link necessary for them to get on the phone with us once they watch it.
Okay, so when I joined from a person that was on YouTube.
Okay.
So I have none of her information or telephone number or anything to do all that with.
Okay, all you had was her link?
For YouTube, that's it.
Okay, so her link was on YouTube. Like, in other words, you joined with just her MWR link?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to call the company tomorrow and tell them to get you in touch with your sponsor, right?
Okay.
At that point, you need to. They're gonna get you in touch with the sponsor. They'll probably, instead of giving you the sponsor's information, they'll tell the sponsor to contact you.
Okay.
And at that point, you can say, "Listen, I'm trying to build a business. Who is our upline SD or AD?" You got to go ahead and track that sponsor down by calling corporate tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Are you welcome? Okay, I'm gonna move on real quick. So let's look at what just happened. So new people, you putting yourself in the mindset now that I don't do a bunch of talking, I do a bunch of listening. But listen, don't, it's not an oxymoron. I want y'all to hear me. The only way for you to listen is to ask questions. So if you're talking, you better be asking questions. You got to be asking questions. So here's what you got to do, new people. I want you to think of 5 friends you know, 5 family members you know, 5 neighbors you know. And we don't know all of our neighbors. Don't get me wrong. I think the only neighbors I know are the 5 that I look out my window and see. Right? I don't know all my neighbors. I'm giving you the mentality. 5 coworkers you know, 5 associates you know. Associates like sorors, frat brothers, line brothers, sisters, church members, like organizations. Now, out of those groups of 5, that's about 25 people. You can't tell me you can't get started with like 10 of them. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if you do 2 from each category. I just want you to stretch yourself and be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional. 5 friends, 5 family members, 5 coworkers, 5 neighbors, 5 associates. Now, watch this. You're not trying to sell them nothing. You thinking of people that you can ask these questions to. And when you do that, you ain't gonna have no nervous jitters. Because all you doing is collecting answers. SDs, listen to me. ADs, listen to me. If you're not drilling this into your people's heads, that's why they're getting out there getting their heads smashed. Because you're not preparing them for how the business works. It's way easier than you think. When a person is asking questions, they're in control. So, new people, watch how I expand it. Then I want you to get 5 friends of your significant other or anybody you know. We say significant other, but if you're not in a relationship, whatever, 5 friends of anybody you know. Just ask them for 5 people. What do you want to know? I want to ask them a couple of questions about my new financial makeover company. What's the financial makeover company? Well, we teach you the rules of the wealthy that they don't teach you in schools. You haven't heard of it? See how I always end with a question. Guys, listen to me. I end my emails with a question. I end my text messages with a question. I end everything with a question. When that becomes part of who you are, you're going to start winning. You're going to start winning. So like those that don't know, I purchased 20 acres of land about 3 weeks ago. So I'm talking to architects, I'm talking to builders, I'm talking to civil engineers, I'm talking to people that clean out the lake, I'm talking to people that restore wood, I'm talking to people that cut trees down. I'm talking to everybody you can imagine with 20 acres. Do y'all know at the end of every email, if you're gonna do the hardwood floors, if you're a builder, if you're an architect, if you will clean out the pond, if you whatever, I always end every email. How soon can this happen? How much will this run me? What day works better for you to come out so we can walk the property? Tuesday or Thursday? That a question requires a response. I don't end my emails with thank you. That's conclusive. I don't end my emails with look forward to hearing from you. That's conclusive. And the reason I'm saying that is because I thought about it today. I end everything with a question because that means we have to keep talking. How soon can you get that proposal to me? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are your thoughts on everything I said above? Do you think this is possible? How much do you think this will cost me? Do you get the zoning permits or do I? See, everything is a question. Now they got to respond. They don't even know. I'm just asking questions because I'm going to maintain control of the conversation so I'll know whether I'm going to hire you or not. Everybody thumbs up if that makes sense. Some of y'all, you end your inboxes and you too conclusive. That's why ain't nobody following up with you because you ain't asking no questions. Everything is questions. I hope y'all get that. I'm just trying to tell you, you got to be intentional. Now, man, my hour's almost up. My big hour is almost up. So I got 15 minutes. Watch. Have you ever heard of? Now we're on first base. So now, new people, that you have the inventory. 5 friends from social media. Look at this list down here. 5 business owners you support. 5 employees you frequent. 5 friends of your significant other. See, now you like, man, I got an arsenal of people I can ask questions. Not an arsenal of people I can recruit. Not an arsenal of people I can sell. Not an arsenal of people I can convince. I got an arsenal of people I can ask questions to. The guy that drives my dry cleaner. The guy that drives my clothes. my dry cleaner. Went up there, I had some alterations done. He just talking. Man, I've been here 14 years. Business been real slow. I could tell he was a little down because every time I go in there, we usually kind of upbeat. He was a little down, man. Business been real slow. All I asked my landlord was for 2 months. You would think 14 years of paying my, this is exactly what he said, 14 years of paying on time, you would think I get a little break. I'm like, Like, man, that's crazy. They don't respect, they don't respect business owners, and you think they would. You've been consistent 14 years. Now, some of y'all, bam, you ever heard of MWR, this and that? Nope. I just keep listening. I'm like, why don't you think they're giving you a break? Like, are they hard up for money? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Now I know where his business is. I can call him in a few days and be like, you know what, Al, I heard you the other day, man. This is Brian, the gentleman, you always talk to, short, dark skin. bald head guy, picked up the suit the other day. You know, I remind him of who I am. Yeah. I might have a solution for you, man. You ever heard of income shifting? No, what is that? What about like a financial makeover? No, what's that? Let me shoot you this video real quick. I just think it may be a solution in case they don't give you the 2 months off that you're looking for. Let's go ahead and find a way to offset that income. You know, see, I'm here to provide solutions, to help people. Some of y'all are here to sell people on your business. That's why you're messing up. I'm here to provide solutions. Now, you just told me they ain't giving you no break. You just told me that they tripping on you. You've been there 14 years and you need 2 months. If you could just get 2 months. So that tells me you got some financial restraints happening. Now, if I throw you a solution and you don't look at it, it ain't my problem. Some of y'all, well, Brian, he didn't look at the video. Then he gonna get put out. It's that simple. It ain't my business. It ain't my cleaners. See, when you ask questions, you maintain your posture. Brian, you really beating that up tonight? Yeah, that's tonight's topic. Okay, let's be clear. That's tonight's topic. Everything else is easy. Y'all overcomplicating it. I'm not gonna go over tonight how to upload your credit max. Your sponsor need to be doing that. I'm not gonna go over tonight how to call a number and get your W-4 adjusted. These guys speak 8 languages. I'm not going over that tonight. I'm not going over how to upload your documents into the member section. I'm trying to show you how to get rich. The experts are gonna help you with your cash flow. My job is to help you with your income tonight. I'm not saying that stuff's not important. I'm saying I'm making something else important tonight. Because some of y'all gonna miss the boat. I'm just telling you, some of y'all gonna miss the wave. Y'all gonna miss the wave. It's nothing out there that helps you save, make, and grow money like the things we have without the fear of losing it. There are a lot of opportunities out there. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities out there. A friend of mine hit me the other day. Brian, can you hop on this Zoom? I said, sure, I hop on. Been knowing it 30 years. I hop on. What is it? Well, if I can show you how to get 250% return on your money, yeah, I'll look at it. Go ahead. Craziest junk I ever heard. I'm like, girl, you would think I would pique her interest. I ain't gonna pique her interest. I'm gonna let her sit on all that excitement over there. It's gonna be out of business in 6 months. I already know, because I do, this is what I do. I do this every day. It's gonna be out of business in 6 months. But it ain't my job to save everybody. She know what I do. It's my job to help you get that same return without the risk of losing all your money. You see? So I'm not investing in all that crazy stuff she's talking about when I got something that I'm not gonna lose my money. And I get the same returns in real estate. I get the same returns in land banking. I get the same returns in private reserve account. I get the same returns on my own business. Because where else can you go and invest $228 and make $1 million? You see? So people don't really understand when you got posture, you carry yourself different. So new people, I'm giving you the posture. I'm giving you the posture. So when a person says, when you say, have you ever heard of, you just pick one of these. MWR Financial. No, what is that? You give them one sentence. Oh, it's the Financial Makeover Company. You see? Now you're going to introduce them at that same point to one of the videos that we gave you in our text message. You're just going to introduce it to them. 3-minute video. I don't care what you show them, to be honest with you. 3-minute video from the real estate video I created. It don't matter what you pick them on. The 3-minute video on the financial makeover video I created. It don't matter what you pick them on. The 7-minute video that Making Wealth Real got on their website. It don't matter what you pick them on. Just give them a video and follow the text message scripts. If you're brand new, you can do the same thing over the phone. I'm just giving you philosophy tonight. On the Super Saturday, I'm gonna go over everything in like more detail. Your upline, my job is to get you and your upline to get together and iron this out. You're not gonna understand everything tonight. I'm giving you philosophy on Wednesday nights and how to do it. Your upline is gonna, and why you should do it. Your upline is gonna go over how to actually do it. Okay, so you ever heard of financial makeovers? Have you ever heard of the rules of the wealthy? Have you ever heard of income shifting? You gotta ask questions like, have you ever heard of? Have you ever heard of financial makeovers? Right? I made a mistake and I deleted this because I didn't want people to get confused on the corporate call. But I do joke around, but I'm serious. I'll ask a person, have you ever heard of FIBS? F-I-B-S. They're like, what's FIBS? Flip, invest, buy, and sell. Flip, invest, buy, and sell what? Real estate. You never heard of FIBS? No, what's FIBS? It's a wealth principle. A lot of people get wealthy in real estate. You ever thought about adding real estate to your portfolio? Write that down. Ask that question. Have you ever thought about adding real estate to your portfolio? Write that down. Have you ever thought about adding land to your portfolio? No, what kind of land? You haven't heard of all this land in California that you can get wholesale. No, how? Give me your name and number. You see? Or let me hit you with this video. You ever heard of private banking? No, what's that? You never heard of being able to borrow money from yourself without the up and down of the stock market and getting a high rate of return. See, all you need is one sentence. No, what's that? Watch this video. I'm gonna introduce you to somebody that can explain it. See, all you're doing is, have you ever heard of? No, not some of y'all. Not some of y'all. You gotta explain it. You gotta break it down. You gotta be knowledgeable. You gotta answer all the questions, and you gotta quit. You gotta quit doing that. I'm just good at have you ever heard of? I just need the dialogue to start so that my video can explain it. I need the dialogue to start so that my video can explain it. I didn't say I'm in a real estate company. I said, have you ever heard of FIBS? Flip, invest, buy, and sell. How does that happen? Then I show them how the makeover happens to get to the real estate. I don't make them feel like I'm in a real estate company. You ever heard of land banking? No, what's that? All this land in California, they call it the next Silicon Valley, but it's in Southern California instead of Northern California. You never heard of it? No. Have you ever heard of buying land in the path of growth? No. Man, you need to add that to your portfolio. You see? So I'm asking questions. Watch this quick link. It's going to talk about a financial makeover. Then I'm going to introduce you to somebody that can explain it and get you what you need. You see what I'm saying? So you just are asking questions. New people, that's all you got to do. That's all I need you to do. That's all I need you to do. Brian, where are these peak interest videos? Our YouTube channel. See, your upline should be giving them to you. Brian, what's our YouTube channel? Extra Digit Movement on YouTube. You can take any of those last 3 videos I uploaded and pique anybody's interest and let them hear your voice after they watch the video or before they watch the video. At some point, they got to hear your voice though. You got to call them so they can hear your voice, or once you send it to them, they got to hear your voice. But at some point, they got to hear your voice. Stop trying to pique people in the inbox all day. It's not going to work. Okay? I need a volunteer. Say me and give me your name.
Me.
Who's the second me?
Kenitra Egan's.
Hey, Kenitra, you on camera?
Am I? Oh, hold on. Starting video. I'm here.
What's up, Kenitra? I'm glad you made it.
Hey.
Hold on, Kenitra. All right, more Kenitra. I found. Oh, you already there. Okay. All right, Kenitra, you ready to role play?
I'm ready.
All right, Kenitra, I want you to call me after this, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Kenitra, me and you are good friends, right?
Right.
Let's say we go way back. We go way back to like high school. Okay. All right. And I just hit you on Facebook in your inbox and said, I saw your post. What are you up to? This is the inbox I just sent you. Okay. Kenitra, your goal right now is to what? Pique my interest. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you're going to give me 3 or 4 different answers, and none of them are going to be wrong, but I want to help you prioritize them. Piquing interest is correct. Now, I just inboxed you. Kenitra, what are you up to? What's your second goal? You okay? You brand new, though. That's okay. You ain't been in business a couple of days.
So I'm going to pique their interest, and I'm going to send them a follow-up bit. Well, ask a question.
Good. My girl. Now we cooking. What's your third goal when you ask that question? I'm looking for one more thing. Let me help you. Get me where?
get you to hopefully want to get more information.
No, that's not wrong. But I need you to get me out of your inbox.
Oh, right. I need to contact them.
Right. You see what I'm saying? I need you to get me out of your inbox because you know why I'm talking to you. You know I'm also surfing, right? You know that.
Right. So I don't have your undivided attention.
You do not have my attention at all. You know that because the reason even though y'all know how it is, I inboxed you, but I really didn't expect you to reply until later. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you need to get me out of that inbox. Am I right?
Right.
All right, very good. Now all your answers were correct, but I was looking for get me out that inbox. Now, what question are you going to ask me? I asked you a question. Kanisha, what you been up to? What are you going to do?
I'm going to respond, hey, I'm doing well. Just over here trying to, get more information about income shifting.
I'm looking for a question.
Have you heard of that?
My girl. you see what I'm saying?
All right.
Now, Kanisha, I'm telling you, but you see how I had to nudge you?
Right.
Because it don't come natural. We have to end everything with a what?
With a question.
It don't come natural though, Kanisha. I'm telling you, I'm over here doing because here's your first action. I'm over here doing such and such, and I'm just trying to understand income shifting, and then you stop because we're taught to try to explain stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The minute you said, "Have you ever heard of it?" Now that requires a what?
A response.
A response. I say no. At this point, you got to get me out that inbox.
You know what? Let me tell you about it. Here, give me a call or let me get your number. I'm going to call you. When's a good time to reach you?
Okay, not bad. But what you want to do, you want to bring in, you do want to say that, but I don't want you to explain it. I want you to let them know, give me your information so one of my experts can what?
Can tell you more about it.
Go ahead and set them up that it's going to be a conversation between three of us. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You're brand new, but you got the concept. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, in your case, you're going to bring me in and I'm going to kill him for you.
Gotcha.
You see how that works?
Yes.
See, all you guys out there listening, you got to give your new QFD the confidence that if they ask the questions and get them to you, you'll provide the solutions with the system. You see what I'm saying? So people say, Brian, well, you didn't sponsor me. I don't have to sponsor you. I created a system that's the same stuff I'm going to show them anyway. Like whether you work with me personally or not, the same videos I'm going to send them are the ones that it don't matter because those are the same videos. The problem is some of y'all's uplines then went out there and changed the videos. But that's up to you to decide what works and what doesn't. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Good job, Kanisha. Good job.
Thank you.
Call me afterwards. All right.
Okay.
I need another volunteer. I want a person that's ED or QFD. ED and QFD.
I volunteer.
Okay, give me your name.
My name is Lynn Gladstone.
Lynn?
Lynn.
Lynn, okay, I see you.
Gladstone.
Okay, Lynn, I see you. Shayna is on it already. How you doing, Lynn? Where you from?
I live in Norcross, Georgia, right outside Atlanta.
Oh, good. Okay, you here. All right, Lynn, and who is your sponsor?
I'm Herschel Gibbs.
All right, sounds good. You in good hands. Yeah. Okay, Ms. Lynn, and how new are you in the business?
You know what? I had joined about a year and a half ago, and my whole line just collapsed. I was actually there with Miss Christy Howard at a mutual friend. I saw you there. You came to speak, which was very interesting. But after you guys left, the whole line collapsed, and I didn't get an opportunity to learn the business. So then I reached, just like you explained to the other young person, I called corporate. Actually, I called the person that sponsored me originally, and they gave me Miss Howard's number, and I called her, and she gave me to Herschel. And he's been instrumental in trying to help me get started.
Okay, good. All right, well, welcome back to the business. I'm glad you're ready to roll and ready to go. Okay. All right, so you and I don't know each other. Okay?
Okay.
Now, this is what y'all got to do. See, when y'all be having y'all Zooms with your team, you got to do stuff like this. This is the fun part. You got to have fun. She's new. She's new, so she can't mess up. All you got to do is coach her. And this is what a lot of people are not doing. You're not hearing your new people, and you're not coaching your new people, and you're not understanding where they're messing up. So, Miss Lynn, we don't even know each other, but for the sake of this quick drill for skill, my hour is up. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Okay. I'm gonna do something crazy just for the sake to have fun. Okay. I'm one of those car shield people that call you talking about your car need protection. You ever had that? You ever had them fools call you or anybody solicit you?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why, but my number is in this database for people to call me and ask me if I need their crazy insurance. So I'm gonna call you and just see if you paid any attention to what I said. I'm trying to sell you some car shield insurance. You ready?
Yes.
Hey, Miss Lynn, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. You don't know me. And I wanted to try to get an opportunity to get some information from you about your car so that we can protect it in the event that anything happens. Is that okay? You got time to listen?
No. No. I'm kidding, Brian. But I told yes, I have time to listen. I'm going to go along, but you're going to make this hard. I can see it already.
Okay, good. No, that's good. I'm glad
you messing me up.
No, check this out. I'm glad you said no, because that's what I would normally say. But for the sake of the drill, the reason you got time to listen, just for the sake of this drill, I'm not telling y'all that, but just for the sake of the drill, is because the more I talk, the more you get to ask me questions when I'm finished. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, so I ask you all this stuff. For the sake of time, ask you all this stuff. You like, yeah, I got a Honda. No, it's not less than 5 years old. Yes, it's got more than 60,000 miles on it. Now, I finished with my spill. It's your turn to what?
Okay, you said your name is Brian Bean. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mr. Bean, first thing, I don't like when people call me by my first name when they don't know me.
Okay.
Do you do that? Okay. Now, I'd like to know who would I be dealing with? How does this whole insurance thing work?
Okay, now let me stop you. Ms. Lynn, you trying to pique my interest, so don't make an enemy. So you snapping on me, but you gonna ask me later how to get in the business, and you already made an enemy. You follow me?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I understand you don't like people that don't know your name, blah, blah, blah. We're doing
this. Call me that.
You going in, going in on me, you trying to pique me, I'm gonna hang up, right? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is I want you to ask me questions.
How long have you been in the business, Mr. Bean?
Very good. I've been doing this now for about 10 years.
For 10 years?
Yes.
What did you do before that?
I just got out of college. So this is my first job straight out of college.
Oh, very wonderful. What'd you major in?
I was an English major, believe it or not. Yep.
Oh, so was I.
Were you really? Look at that.
Yes, I was.
I thought I was going to law school.
Oh, I thought I was going to be a journalist.
Wow. Isn't it funny how life derails us?
How do you like your new job?
Okay, now let me stop you. Now, if I was you, right in that English thing, I say we have a lot in what?
Oh, we have a lot in common.
Right. See, you got to be listening because that English thing, if I'm you, I stay on that. Now, if you derail me and take me somewhere else, we're going to lose commonality. You see how that works?
Yes, I do understand that.
On the English thing, that I found, because you asked me enough questions to find some common what?
Ground.
Some common ground. So now, here's what I do. Let me reverse it real quick. Wow, English major, we may have some other things that we have in common too. I may not be interested in the car thing, but have you ever heard of income shifting? You see how that works?
Yes.
I'm letting them know we got some common ground with our English thing. I may not be interested in the car thing, or I may not qualify for your car program. But let me ask you another question. You ever heard of a financial makeover?
Okay.
See how that works?
Yes.
I know you called me, but let me call you so we can talk offline because you're at work. Is that okay?
Oh. See, I would never thought to do that.
I know. I know. I know, because you're so busy telling me you don't like me calling you by your first name. Okay, so
I was just trying to keep it real with you.
I know, but you can't keep it real if you're trying to make a friend.
I hear you. I was just messing with you, Brian. I wouldn't do that in real life.
No, not me. I'm saying we were role playing. I want you to understand. I know me and you joking. I want you to understand that as a prospect, you're trying to get that person to find some common ground that y'all can stand on.
I got you.
You see it?
Very good.
This is why I have fun with the business, because I want you guys that are watching, if you're not doing this and helping your new people see that asking questions is the key, they're gonna go out here and try to sell the business. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I've been trying to do. So this perspective that you've given me is really, really interesting and it's good.
Good. I appreciate you, Miss Gladstone.
Thank you, Brian.
All right. Anybody got any questions for me? That's my hour. We got to go. I want to drill that in your head. Hold on. Let me make sure I got you in the mode where you can talk. Okay. So if nothing else, tonight's topic is to get you guys got to understand, man. Be intentional. Hold on. Okay. Be intentional. Be intentional. Get your QFDs to understand the importance of $5 a day, $20 a day, short-term goal. The welcome text has the checklist in it. Brian, I sponsor somebody. This amazes me. I sponsor somebody. What do? The welcome text says, download this checklist. The welcome text says, copy these. The welcome text says, join the community. Now you go do the checklist. What do you mean? You help them do the checklist. That's what the welcome text does. It's not hard. Okay, I don't want to mess this up. You can't mess up the checklist. They're going to do the following things on the checklist. Brian, we added real estate recently. Shouldn't this change? Shouldn't that change? Well, I don't change things quickly.
The thing is, if you eat healthy, you'll be all right.
All right. You better eat them vegetables, little kid. You better go eat them. Mama about to whoop your little tail. All right. Or either her husband, one or the other. So, Brian, you didn't update this, you didn't update that. It's because, believe it or not, updates are coming, but I give things time so I can see what needs to be changed within the confines of the system. I don't rush to change things. You know right now, everybody, that new people need to see a presentation. You know that. You know everybody that you need to incorporate 3 people so that your prospect will want to talk to somebody else. Your upline is going to teach you that. But what y'all got to get better at is making sure that you hold your upline accountable so you can host your Zoom. Y'all got to get better at holding your upline accountable so y'all can go down the checklist. Y'all got to get better at holding your upline accountable that calendar need to be filled out. And y'all got to get better at holding your upline accountable that y'all completing that roadmap. All of that's there for you. I don't know what you're looking for. All right. Now, hopefully this kid done ate their vegetables. Mama done cussing. Come off mute for me. Questions? Good.
Brian, does it matter what level you came in as? I came in as a QFD. So I came as a financial person, director, QFD. And I kind of felt like I'm supposed to know more than I know.
No.
But I see what you said. The way you explained it made really good sense. I don't know any more than I know. So I should be trying to move people in, right? I should do the same things as if I came in as a regular person. Or does everybody come in as a QFD?
I was gonna say everybody comes in. Well, you got members the $79, but for the sake of what you're saying, everybody comes in as a QFD. Yeah, you're okay. Ranking up by growing your business and QFDs eventually. Yeah, everybody starts as a QFD. So your job now is to get with Herschel and start incorporating him into your enrollment process. Yeah. Okay, somebody else had a question for me? Juan, your hand up. You good? Okay. Questions?
No.
Good.
I have a question. I was just going to have a comment in that it is important that we ask questions, and sometimes I just don't ask enough questions. So I got to get on it about asking the questions that lead to what I need to lead to.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to do a better job asking questions. Everybody has to do that. And that's a skill set that comes with time, but I need you to learn it. I need everybody to learn it quickly. You got to stop talking so much. Just ask questions, and then you tell that person you got a solution for them, because they're going to talk about a problem eventually.
Yes.
But it can't, see, Ms. Garrett, right. Like, it can't sound like, it can't sound like an interview, right? So if you notice, when I do it, I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Let me ask you this. Like, it's
a lead in.
It's a lead in. It's getting excited. It's getting them excited about what they're up to. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
I was at my friend's house the other day. A friend of hers loves poker, love playing poker. So I sat down. I know a little bit about poker, like enough to be dangerous. I don't really know. Like I haven't memorized the like this beats that and royal flush beats that. I don't know all that. I got to pull out my little cheat sheet, which tells you I don't know how to play. But I was like, show me how to play real quick. Like, give me a reminder. She's like, okay, you pick 2 cards. They pick 2 cards. Here's the river. Here's the float. Blah blah blah. So I was really into it because I'm into whatever you're into. You see what I'm saying? So that way, I can, if I choose to, I can pique your interest because I've shown you that I'm not into myself. I'm into what you're into.
You're concerned about that person.
And I'm concerned about that person. And even if I'm not, at least they feel that way for a minute.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
All right, real quick. Jason Thomas, are you out there? My new area director, Charles Ivory, is your mentor. I think you're on. Talk to me. You out there? Jason Thomas, mic check.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bean, I'm here.
What's up, man?
Oh, I'm doing better than amazing. How you doing?
I know you are, man. We met officially at Game Changer. You had that energy, and a week later, you are area director, man. Are you on? You're not on camera yet, are you?
Yes, sir. I'm on camera.
You're on camera. Jason, what's up, man? Hey, y'all do me a favor, man. Jason just hit area director. Y'all give him a big, big verbal. I need a verbal round of applause, man. Y'all give it up for him. Good job, Jason.
Congratulations, Jason.
Congratulations. Jason, well deserved, man. Well deserved. Well deserved. Come off mute for me real quick. Jason, talk to everybody that's brand new, that's a QFD, man. What is it important that they understand about hitting area director? Like, you got a great mentor. You got Charles Ivory. Your energy is infectious, man. I love it. I can feel it through the internet. I really can. I can feel it through your posts. You jumped out of a plane recently, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
I see how I ask questions. Jason, was it scary?
Oh, no. So I'll be honest with you. Jumping out wasn't scary at all. It was the ride going up. Looking out that window.
The anticipation. Jason, yes, I know when you jump, he pulled your head back. I understand that that's so y'all won't knock each other out. Is that true?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
he told me to do that many times. Make sure I lean back.
Make sure you lean back because it's lights out. If you jump and knock him out with your head, it's over. Okay.
You right about that.
Let me ask you a question. What were you thinking about on the way up? Like, what made it so? On the way up, what are you thinking?
I wonder how far we going up. He looked back at me and said, we had 6,500 feet. I was like, okay, I'm going to stop looking out the window.
Now, on your way down, what you thinking?
I was just thinking how beautiful it was. I mean, the after we got out of the airplane, it was just beautiful. It was just amazing.
Okay. Was it your first time jumping?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, see how I'm talking to him, y'all? Like, is it your first time jumping? Now, I asked him what was he thinking on the way up because he gave me that. I didn't know to make that up. He said he wasn't scared until he wasn't scared coming down. He was scared what? Going up. I noticed that and I know this about skydiving. If you knock out the dude that's got the parachute, he'll tilt your head to the side to make sure y'all don't knock each other out. So, Jason, now it don't feel like an interview. We're just talking. But I didn't ask him nothing about me. I make it about him. Y'all see how that works? All right. That's my last time training. So, Jason, congratulations, man. Get these guys some advice, man. How do you hit AD?
Hey, the biggest thing, Mr. Bean, is staying plugged in. I can't say that enough. Being right plugged into the source. You know, I'm always talking to Mr. Ivory, Mr. Oliphant. I'm staying connected with my mentors, and I'm staying connected to my personal QFDs and EDs, so that we know what we're supposed to know. And you hit it on the nail on the head. Is that the questions? I had came live one day and I was talking about running. I was running, doing PT in the morning, and during my run, I just asked people along the route some questions about who they were, and that piqued interest enough for me to share the video with. And that's the biggest thing, just talking to people, like you said, caring enough about people to ask those questions. And anybody that knows me at work, I'm always asking questions, trying to get to know people. And it's not just for NWR. It's basically just to find out who they are, to see where I can help them.
Nice. And that's it, man. And see, you got the right spirit, man. And that's why you did it so fast. because you got the right spirit. I didn't come over here. I came over here to educate people and help people understand their finances. I didn't come over here to recruit you. And that's why you got the right spirit. You like, look, let me show some people what they're not learning. If y'all do that, you're going to have fun with the business. If you go out here and make it a pressure cooker and Brian, people not understanding and this and that, it's because you're trying to sell. You're trying to sell. Before I bring Charles up to close us out, Jason, who's your final SD, or who are your 3 SDs? Shout them out.
So I have Taisha Amos. That's my sister. That's who I was jumping out of the plane with. We had just met each other that weekend. 31 years we never met. I have, it's amazing. I have Jefferson. Actually, his last name is Jefferson, but it's one of my soldiers, Jadavian. He is getting up there. He's awesome. He's doing awesome.
Wow.
I can't tell you enough about him, Mr. Bean. And I gotta stress that, because I never really thought, looking at him, I never really thought that I would get so overwhelmed with emotion with him going up. But his backstory was so amazing that when he hit SD, it was just so emotional for me. It was an emotional event for me because he needed it. Put it that way.
That's because you care about people, man. You care about people. I tear up sometimes too when I think about how far we've come and we ain't even got nowhere yet. It's crazy, but you gotta care about people. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. And then that last one, Tanoy Thames. And everybody know who that is.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But you got a great squad, and you got a great mentor. And Mr. Oliphant he's amazing as well. And Charles, of course. Let me just ask you one more question. So you and your sister just met, and I got a similar story. I got 2 sisters I just met, and she was excited about jumping out the plane too. Like, how y'all both decided? Who decided to do that?
Hey, that was me. I was like, hey, we gonna link up. Hey, this is what I want to do. Oh my God.
And she was cool with it. Oh, we lost. Okay. So Charles, he had the audio problem. Charles, you'll probably come back, man. How proud are you of this guy, man? Come on, mute for me.
Hey, Brian, I am extremely proud of Jason. Man, Jason is like my second son now, man. We talk on a daily basis. He has no fear, and that's what I like about him. He's very trainable. He's very coachable. And that's what I love about him. And he loves Kate. And I believe that's why he's so successful. I knew I had a winner when he had me come to his unit to give some training to his soldiers. We train on the wealth worksheet, so we don't try to make it like we're soliciting or anything, just educating his people. And when he did that, I knew I had somebody special because he thinks outside the box. Mm-hmm. And it's not a day that goes by that he and I don't conversate, and he's very, very humble. He knows the information now, but he still runs everything through me. Mm-hmm. He always getting that second opinion. Hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. This is how I want to do it. What do you think about it? So I love him to death, man. I wish I had 50 of them just like him.
I'm telling you. And as your group get bigger, man, you find people like Jason that make it all worth it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And I wish more people understood. You need to leave duds alone. People that's not coachable, people that don't do the system, people that make it all about them. You gotta help people, and you gotta really want the best for the person you're talking to, prospect wise, and the best for your team. And that's why you guys are winning, man. So that's one leg done for another district, big guy. Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate it.
All right, man. Hey, man, I went way over. I appreciate you guys. I wanted to make sure we salute Jason, doing a great job. He has some technical difficulties. You'll hear more from Jason as well. And I'm looking forward to the calendar for Mayhem. We are launching Mayhem, which means for the month of May, we're going to do an incredible series of trainings and Super Saturdays. I'm working this week on y'all's Mayhem campaign, so look forward to that. And let's get ready for a huge summer starting with this month. All right, y'all have a good night, man. I'll see you soon. Thanks, y'all.